This is the Google Pixel 8 a month later, and this is the 8 things I love about this phone. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome, and welcome back to GadgetRevNow. Google Pixel phones are like Android version of an iPhone. It doesn't have the best hardware, but with software integration, it makes a fluid smartphone that competes in the flagship space. Pixel 8 was released last month, and there's a lot of competition around, like Samsung Galaxy S23 Fan Edition, iPhone 15, and even Nothing Phone 2. We also have the bigger siblings and rivals like the Pixel 8 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. But with its compact design, great camera, and solid performance, this could be one or could be the best value Android phone right now. So today, a different kind of review. Let's talk about the 8 things I love about this phone. Let's go to work. The first thing I like about this phone is the compact and premium design. And on this phrase, I put the word compact and premium together because this phone is small but well built. Google has trimmed the screen size of the smaller Pixel 8 from the bigger Pro sibling, and the result is the more compact phone that's just a little bit easier to hold and use. Anything around 6 to 6.3 inches are probably the new compact phone category now. I mean, this is big 10 years ago, but the need of a bigger screen for content consumption, this size is perfect for everyone. I'm testing a lot of phones, and when I started reviewing Pixel 8, it was a joy of holding this phone going through my everyday activity, knowing it is small enough to fit my pocket, and just moving around with this phone, it's like a small mighty device. The front glass is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which is sturdy enough to receive accidental drop. It has a strong aluminum frame, and this phone is also IP68 rated, that I could actually swim with it if I need to. The next thing I like about Pixel phone is the great camera. I don't know, there's something about Pixel phones that every time I go on travel, reunion, or any events, though my SIM is inserted on a different phone, I would probably grab a Pixel phone just in case I need to snap a few photos. The new Pixel 8 is not perfect. I mean, the portrait mode is not as perfect compared to iPhone or Samsung, but I would still take it anyways because it looks really good. But other than that, all other images are good looking, not overly saturated and sharpened. They have great dynamic range, and image doesn't look cheap because they are not overexposed and highly filtered. The video quality is also impeccable on this phone. It has great stabilization, and the contrast and colors are popping out. It's like having a smaller compact camera in your hand with phone functionality. This phone lacks the telephoto zoom, the 5x optical zoom of Pixel 8 Pro, but the main sensor in selfie is identical as the more pricey sibling. This is the video test of Pixel 8, and we're using the ultra-wide sensor of this phone. You can probably see the monopod, that's how wide the field of view is, using this phone in 4K 30 FPS. Now let's switch to the main sensor. This is the main sensor of Google Pixel 8. We're also using the speech enhancement. So it's probably canceling the noise on the background because we're near the road. Let me know if you can hear the background noise on this recording. This is the cinematic blur on Pixel 8. The only difference between this mode versus Samsung and iPhone is it can only shoot full HD, while Samsung and iPhone can shoot 4K. This is the selfie video recording 4K 30 FPS. The consistency of the video quality is really good on Pixel 8, from the rear camera to the selfie. This is the video zoom test of Pixel 8. I really like the video quality of this phone. So this is the ultra-wide lens 5X. Now we're jumping to the main sensor. And this is the 2x digital crop. There's no optical zoom on Google Pixel 8. And this is the farthest that it can go. This is 7X. Nice. What I like about Pixel phone, not just Pixel 8, is the minimalist approach. Because Pixel is owned by Google, there's no added apps. You basically get the bare-bones structure of an Android operating system, adding all the essential Google apps out of the box. Android 14 sits well with the Pixel launcher. I like the bigger icons on the toolbar. It's easier to see. I like the long press that opens up the Google Assistant. Or you can just simply say, "Hey Google," and it would also launch it. You still have the typical feature wherein it listens to the background for music and it shows on the lock screen, and all the security features, if you're using a microphone or camera, it will prompt you on the upper right corner of the screen. These are not new features of a Pixel phone, but over time, we don't even notice that all of these features are now packed on a single phone that's not expensive as other devices, but arguably works better than most of them. The next thing I like about this phone is the good screen. I mean, just going over the specs of Pixel 8, this phone can go as high as 1400 nits, and if automatic, can go as high as 2000 nits on max brightness. I think 2 years ago, this type of screen technology can only be found on the highest model of a flagship series, but now it's being offered on the price of a mid-range phone. It has 120Hz refresh rate, the phone has AMOLED screen that gives you deep blacks and punchy colors, and what I like about Pixel 8 is the corners. It is not as pointy as, let's say, Pixel 7a or Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, so it's easier to hold the phone in one hand. And going outdoors, I don't have any problem with the brightness of the screen. It is super bright that I could see everything and watch comfortably on the screen. The next good thing about this phone is the solid battery life. I mean, it's not the best battery life out there. I've seen better on Galaxy A54 or let's say the Plus version of a phone like iPhone 15 Plus or S23 Plus, but this phone honestly will last throughout the day of moderate use. I'm not talking about people who do gaming for 5 to 6 hours every day. I'm talking about a regular consumer that goes to work for 8 hours, use the phone for communication, go home, and watch movies and play some games. If you're a part of this group, then this phone is more than capable of going an entire day without needing a charge. I can probably register 6 to 7 hours of screen on time on this phone given the size of it, and fast charger is also available if you need to top up. The next reason why I like Pixel 8 is the great performance and honestly, how the software was integrated on this phone. Again, it's like an iPhone on an Android ecosystem. I run a Geekbench test on this phone. It's almost the same as Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is not that bad because Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 phones today are still highly likable. In fact, anyone who's using Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 phones probably don't need to upgrade to the newer phones because it will still perform the same as any other flagship phone. And this phone also gets 7 years of software support, and that's a great bonus for anyone purchasing this phone right now. You will have this phone still updating until 2030. The seventh reason why I like Pixel 8 is the advanced AI feature, and most of these features are for image processing like Best Take, Magic Editor, and Audio Eraser. On the Gallery app, after you've taken the photo, if you hit edit and start editing the photos, you will find Magic Editor. The one cool thing about this feature is it can remove unwanted background like people or something that's ruining the shot. There's also the Audio Eraser. Sometimes when you record videos, you will have unwanted background noise. This AI feature splits the voice and the noise, and you can eliminate the background noise and cleans up the audio. Here's the sample. Checking the Audio Eraser on Google Pixel 8. Checking the Audio Eraser on Google Pixel 8. And lastly, with everything this phone offers, from the compact build, great camera, minimal software, 5 years of software support, and all the AI features, this phone was priced just right. If you're part of Black Friday sale or Boxing Day, this phone is being offered for free if you lock yourself on a carrier for 2 years. But if you want to buy this outright, this phone will cost you less than 1 grand, almost the same ballpark price as Samsung Galaxy S23 Fan Edition with the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. All in all, with everything it offers from the price, performance, and camera, Pixel 8 is one of the best compact phone this year.